let's talk about Monday Night Raw.
This is Bretto live on YouTube.
What is going on, guys? Bretto live back with another video. Today we have the Week in Review, episode 259. We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw right now from Greensboro, North Carolina. This was a heck of a Raw. I loved the way that this Monday Night Raw flowed with some amazing backstage segments, awesome in-ring action and in-ring storytelling. My goodness, this was a good Monday Night Raw. We're going to talk about it, so let's go. We opened up the show with Sami Zayn and Chad Gable and the rest of the Alpha Academy. Sami Zayn was questioning Gable because Gable once again was berating the Alpha Academy. Poor Maxine Dupree, Akira Tozawa, and Otis just making fun of him, calling them failures. I was like, this is bull. And I had the same question in my mind that Sami Zayn had. Alpha Academy, why are you putting up with this garbage from this terrible coach, Chad Gable? I'm with Sami Zayn on this. Like, why would you put up with that garbage? Just leave the group. It was Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. It led to our one-on-one match. Match was pretty good. Chad Gable, who isn't even the referee, kicked Maxine Dupree and Akira Tozawa off a ringside because they weren't cheating for him. And then it was Otis's turn to try to cheat. Chad Gable got the referee's back turned, and then Otis, he did cheat for Chad Gable. He sort of clotheslined Sami Zayn in the corner. Referee didn't see it. Chad Gable with Chaos Theory 1, 2, 3. I was like, I cannot believe they just pinned the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn like that. But I love the way that they're doing Otis here. How Otis didn't want to cheat, but he caved in because Gable's been berating him. And dude, after Gable won, he stood in front of Otis on the hard cam. I was like, are you kidding me right now? The man that literally just gave you the victory, you're standing in front of him right now? That's crazy to me. Later backstage, Otis would approach Sami Zayn and tell him that he was sorry, and Sami Zayn accepted his apology even though it was tough for Sami Zayn. But Sami's like, I know you're a good guy. Don't do this. Like, don't follow in the footsteps of Chad Gable. This Otis storytelling is freaking amazing. Let me just say that. I cannot wait for the triple threat match with Bronson Reed. I'm not going to lie, I thought Bronson was going to get involved here. Yeah, this was pretty freaking amazing. I really enjoyed this. Lyra Valkiria went one-on-one with Iyo Sky. The winner of this match goes to the king and queen of the ring to fight for the title of queen, which I think is so awesome. Iyo Sky, I thought for sure had this W, but Lyra Valkiria popped back and she was able to roll up Iyo Sky to pick up the victory, so she sort of stole a victory. This was a heck of a match, dude. I really enjoyed this one. It was well drawn out. It was good. After the match, Lyra Valkiria was about to be interviewed. I don't think this was scripted where Iyo Sky was all pissed off in the microphone. I was like, whoa, Iyo Sky's genuinely angry she had to lose that match for the Queen of the Ring tournament. I was like, whoa. But this was an amazing match. I'm not just saying that. This was a really freaking great women's match right here. Whoa. Braun Breakker is unhinged. He had a one-on-one match with Kale Dixon, and it wasn't really about the match itself because the match maybe lasted 20 seconds. Braun Breakker hit his wicked spear and looked to do more damage, but the referee had to call the match. So Braun, I believe, felt disrespected, just like he's been disrespected by Adam Pearce for not being put in the King of the Ring tournament. That's all Braun wanted. He wanted to be in that tournament. He would have won the entire thing. He's got intensity. So after the match, she's like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to absolutely obliterate Kale Dixon by slamming his head between the steel stairs and a steel chair. You psychopath. So Kale Dixon gets hauled away in an ambulance, and then Braun Breakker proceeds to spear Ricochet randomly backstage. I was like, what? Well, he was talking to Ilya Dragunov. I'm like, what is going on here? Braun Breakker's on a rampage. I was like, holy cow. So, Braun Breakker, you better give him a title opportunity, Adam Pearce. Otherwise, he's going to absolutely destroy the show. Damian Priest assured Carlito that, hey, the Judgment Day isn't your protection from the LWO. And Carlito was like, wait, what? I mean, I proved myself. And Dominic keeps backing up Carlito. I like this Judgment Day controversy, how they're trying to bring Carlito into the Judgment Day slowly but surely. And it's definitely going to happen, in my opinion. But, dude, it's only a matter of time till Mommy comes back and freaking sets things straight with the Judgment Day, because I think things are kind of in a jumble for the Judgment Day. Speaking of the Judgment Day, they had an opportunity to win back their WWE Tag Team Championships. They had a matchup against Awesome Truth for the WWE World Tag Team Championships. This was a pretty solid tag team match, and Carlito decided to get involved again and try to prove himself to the Judgment Day by getting involved, helping them win, but it didn't work out this time because R-Truth said Andre the Giant was on the way to help him, and he wasn't talking about actually Andre the Giant, he was talking about Braun Strowman. Strowman, the monster amongst men, comes out, and he runs down, helps out Awesome Truth, get rid of Carlito and just take out everybody, and then the Awesome Truth were able to pick up the victory. R-Truth was able to hit the Attitude Adjustment on JD McDonough and retain the Tag Team Championships. If it wasn't for Braun Strowman, though, let's be honest, I feel like Awesome Truth would have lost those Tag Team Championships, so big thank you to Braun Strowman for saving Awesome Truth and this awesome Tag Team title run. It was a number one contenders match for the Women's Tag Team Championships, where Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark went up against Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile, and Dakota Kai and Kairi Sane of Damage Control. This was a pretty solid Fatal 4-Way. I was pulling for Damage Control. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to see Dakota pick up the victory for her team, but it was Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark who picked up the victory, hit a little double team maneuver with a knee to take the W, and then they got approached by the returning Sonya Deville, who I guess wants to give some advice to Shayna and Zoe, so maybe Sonya's going to be taking on more of a management role here in her return. It's cool to see Sonya back on the screen. I'm into it, and I guess she's going to be managing Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. I guess we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, so I guess Xavier Woods is cleared to compete now, and Kofi Kingston was like, hey, I'm going to let Pierce know to set us up with some tag team matches. That's pretty cool. Kofi Kingston walks away, and then here comes Karrion Kross and Scarlett, who kind of intimidate Xavier Woods a little bit, but did anybody feel like this was more of a recruiting gig? I feel like Karrion Kross was trying to recruit Xavier Woods maybe to the Final Testament, which I find very odd because Xavier Woods has been loyal to the New Day for ages, so I highly doubt he'll be able to recruit him, but this was odd. Drew McIntyre says that Damian Priest isn't focusing on Drew McIntyre when he should be. He's got a lot on his plate, including all of the Judgment Day, Carlito, this and that. He's saying it's Seth Rollins all over again. Will we see Drew become World Heavyweight Champion soon? I'd be totally down once again, and then maybe Punk returns, and then we see a match between them. I'd be all over that. But dude, I don't know how Drew didn't have a main promo in the ring. I feel like he should have been out in the ring doing something, but he was only backstage in an interview. I was like, what? This promo between Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch was freaking awesome. I loved this. I feel like Liv Morgan totally roasted Becky Lynch here. Becky's like, Liv, let's fight. I want to fight Liv Morgan. Liv's like, dude, all these fans have their heads so far up Becky Lynch that it's not even funny. I'm like, bro, this is great. Liv Morgan cooked the fans in Greensboro. She cooked Becky Lynch, pretended like she was going to get in the ring and then didn't. I like this Liv Morgan, bro. I want her to win the title. I feel like she freaking deserves it. When they go one-on-one, I hope we see a new women's champion. It would be perfect because then Rhea gets cleared, she comes back, and she comes right after Liv and the Revenge Tour. Dude, this was great. I love the new Liv Morgan, bro. She's fire. And our main event, winner of this match goes to the King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia to fight for the title of King of the Ring. Gunther versus main event Jey Uso. This match was really decent, as you would expect. Jey Uso had the victory. He hit the splash off the top rope, but the referee was inadvertently knocked down, and he wasn't able to count to 3. And then Gunther sort of no-sold the frog splash, gets randomly up, and just starts beating the chest of Jey Uso. I feel like they were running out of time in the show, so Gunther was just told, hey, just no-sell it, freaking attack Jey, and he did. And then he freaking passed him out. He didn't tap him out. He passed him out. I'm glad he didn't pin him. I'm glad he didn't tap him out, but dang, they really just passed out Mr. Main Event Jey Uso. Dude, man, they got to be careful. They can't have Jey lose too much, dude. Otherwise, he could fall off. I feel like LA Knight has fallen off because he's lost too much, and I feel like the same thing could happen to Jey Uso, which I hope it doesn't, man, because I love Mr. Yeet Man Jey Uso. But this was a solid main event once again, and Gunther will most likely be your king. He will either face Tama Tonga or Randy Orton at the King and Queen of the Ring. We're going to find out on Smackdown the other half of this video, so stay tuned. But either way, I feel like Gunther becomes king, no doubt about that. That was Monday Night Raw on a WWE action figure setup style. I'm rating Monday Night Raw out of 10. Right now, I'm going to give this Raw a solid 8 out of 10. I absolutely loved this episode. My favorite moment / match has to be Iyo Sky versus Lyra Valkiria. I really enjoyed this match. I almost forgot to tell you guys that Liv Morgan actually slapped Lyra Valkiria backstage. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Liv the Menace, bro. Morgan the Menace, if you will. But yeah, that was a really good match. Smackdown from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. They were in the same arena that they're going to be in for the King of of the Ring, which is happening in a couple hours here. Review on that show dropping tomorrow, so stay tuned for that review, but we're going to talk about SmackDown before we get there with our opening match to confirm the finals match for the Queen of the Ring. It was Bianca Belair versus Nia Jax with Lyra Valkiria. Yeah, I know that's Beth Phoenix, but that's probably the closest I have to Lyra Valkiria. Lyra Valkiria was on ringside, or should I say in the crowd, kind of, with the WWE Universe, watching this match, seeing who she's going to be facing at the Queen of the Ring. And, dude, this shocked the living crap out of me. I thought for sure it was going to be Bianca Belair all day, but it wasn't. Nia Jax targets the knee most of the match. It leads to Nia Jax hitting the Annihilator, which is basically like a bonsai drop in the corner to pick up the victory over Bianca Belair. Caught me insanely off guard, and Nia Jax is coming for the Queen of the Ring title and Lyra Valkiria. I was shocked. At the beginning of the tournament, I was saying, oh yeah, it's going to be Nia all day. Feel free to check out the prediction video. You guys could see our full predictions on the King and Queen of the Ring. But yeah, this shocked me. Nia takes the dub over Bianca Belair. It was an episode of the Grayson Waller effect. It was supposed to be special guest LA Knight, but then it sort of got interrupted by Carmelo Hayes, who interrupted at a perfect time while Austin Theory and Grayson Waller were introducing somebody. It wasn't even supposed to be Carmelo Hayes. Just some words were exchanged and a little brawl broke out. It turned into a 6-man tag team match between the teams of LA Knight and the Street Profits versus Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, and Carmelo Hayes. Because, of course, they were trying to do a 3-on-1 in LA Knight, and you already know the Street Profits had to help out because they want a tag team title opportunity. Carmelo Hayes and LA Knight, their rivalry continued during this match. They definitely target each other heavily by LA Knight spearing Carmelo Hayes over the freaking announce desk, and then in the end we did see the Street Profits pin the WWE Tag Team Champions Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Of course, if you guys want to get specific, we saw Montez Ford pin Grayson Waller with the wicked frog splash. You gotta think they're next in line for tag team title opportunities, or is it DIY? Honestly, I'd prefer DIY. I feel like Street Profits have had multiple opportunities at tag team titles and they always fail them, so I do prefer if DIY does get the title opportunity, but to see them pin A-Town Down Under, that's pretty cool. Before Cody Rhodes could speak to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, literally he wasn't able to get one word out before he was interrupted by Logan Paul, who comes out and just starts berating Cody Rhodes and telling Cody Rhodes that he's afraid to fight him at the King and Queen of the Ring. And Cody Rhodes is like, I know you're probably going to use those brass knuckles that you supposedly gave to Michael Cole, but I want this referee to pat us down. So this referee pats down Cody Rhodes, nothing found. Pats down Logan Paul, and he finds another pair of brass knuckles. Are you kidding me right now? Logan Paul's word means nothing. Never trust Logan Paul. So Cody Rhodes basically just called out Logan Paul, telling him that he's afraid, and until he decides to start doing this full time, he will never see that WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Loved that promo, and there was some realism to that promo that Cody was cutting over Logan Paul. I enjoyed this segment. We saw Chelsea Green go one-on-one with the WWE Women's Champion Bayley. Obviously, as you would guess, Bayley did hit the Rose Plant to pick up the victory over Chelsea Green, but what happened after the match really caught me off guard. Piper Niven pulls up in the ring, attacks Bayley after the match. It's multiple standing sentons on Bayley and absolutely decks her. Does this mean Piper Niven's getting a world championship opportunity? Absolutely insane. And Chelsea even lost this match. Like, what a sore loser. But yeah, Piper Niven could not be stopped. Bayley was getting squashed. Dude, I felt bad for AJ Styles here. Last week he said he was going to approach Nick Aldis and ask about his future, and he did. He's like, I want one more shot at whoever wins, Logan or Cody at King and Queen of the Ring. And yes, I'm posing this as Nick Aldis, and it's not bad. Ilya Dragunov with a Michael Cole body. It doesn't look half bad. Feel free to use it if you guys are interested. But AJ Styles did not get granted his wish. He wanted a title opportunity, and Nick Aldis just could not oblige. She said, personally, I would love to give you it, but business and from a professional standpoint, I can't. You just need to earn it. So I believe that AJ Styles is going to do any means necessary to earn that title opportunity because his time's running out. AJ's only getting older. We all know it. So, dude, oh man, this is tough. It was tough to watch. It looked like AJ was really sad here. Was our main event. It was Randy Orton going one-on-one with Tama Tonga. Winner goes to face Gunther at the King and Queen of the Ring in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. This match was pretty freaking good, as you would expect. Randy Orton avoided the distraction that was Solo Sikoa on the apron and was still able to hit an RKO on Tama Tonga to pick up the victory. It helped because Tongaloa couldn't get past customs due to his history, according to Paul Heyman. So Tongaloa wasn't there in ringside. It was only Solo, so the numbers game wasn't really in the corner of the bloodline. After the match, after Randy Randy Orton pinned Tama Tonga. Solo came in for a little beatdown. And here comes the return of Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens makes his return, helps out Randy Orton, fight off the bloodline, looked to get a stunner on Solo Sikoa, but Solo was able to escape. It's cool to see the team of RKO back together again. Solid way to end the show, seeing Randy Orton qualify. Dude, is it Randy Orton or Gunther? Who will be king? Once again, prediction video on the channel. But yes, that was SmackDown in the WWE action figure setup. This SmackDown was pretty weak, in my opinion. My favorite moment slash match, my favorite moment had to have been the return of Kevin Owens, and we had to wait all show to get it. If I had to rate this show out of 10, I'll give this show a solid 4 out of 10. I know that's a really weak ranking, but it was just such a boring episode of SmackDown. I don't know if I'm hating on it too much, but I just thought it was so boring. Let me know your thoughts on this show down in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys when we talk about the King and Queen of the Ring. Bretto Live is out.